Well, hello everybody. I'm doing this live, working long hours, but it's an amazing publication. I have to do this live. I've been talking for months, in fact, about a year and a half, about the coming housing crisis for Canada. Absolutely, it's all over the Crown lands, available of how much Canada's available to all of you. And I think post this video, I'm going to tag Richard Albert. I talk constitutionalism never ending because Canadians, for New Zealanders and Australians, 2008 we had a large housing crisis, economic collapse, massive bailout for the chartered banks. People blame the USA for that. And bankers who took those commissions when they knew those loans wouldn't go. But let me tell you something, Canadians. You're filthy, corrupt, and dirty politicians from every walk, and I mean every walk, every party, have been going on this since 2008 and 2009, knowing full well that only 10% of Canada is even made available in any real property or development for all of you. When you do that math, unlike the United States, it's all available to all Americans. Not so for you, not so for New Zealanders, not so for Australians. Well, there were only 13% of us economists almost 2 years ago talking about this pending doom for those three countries. And now officially today, joining me in majority, Goldman and Sachs, not a small feat. We're now over 40% of economic experts have joined what was a small fringe minority. We were laughable. Well, folks, we're not laughable anymore when Goldman and Sachs joins the narrative. And they name clearly, as is in this title, they nail Canada, Australia, New Zealand. And folks, it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't. Pierre Poilievre, Justin Trudeau, Jagmeet Singh, and all the political parties, and all the premiers and all their political parties can sit down tomorrow, fix this within 30 days, end the Crown, release the Crown lands to every Canadian. Do you know how they do that? They settle the First Peoples. It's that simple. No more of their divine socialism. No more of their crown colonial controls. Free those people and free all the royal subjects. That's what this is. It's cockamamie. It's grotesque. It doesn't belong in the world of 2022. It doesn't belong in the world since 1945. King George VI promised an end to this. He died in the middle of Canada's transition. The three biggest colonial jewels, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, never ever saw a rewrite. None of you have ever gotten constitutionalism, and you still hold all your First Peoples as absolute savages. Again, not my language, not my legalese. This is how these three countries are clearly legally written. And they can keep hiding, the media can keep hiding, but when the economists of the world, the major investors, those who run the world financials in all these countries and assess them, they're speaking out today. The massive crunch, the collapse, measured even worse than 2008 and 9, not to be USA, but to be Canada, Australia, New Zealand, in large majority. It doesn't have to be that way. Share the video. It's credible. It's real. Goldman Sachs now backs it up. Everything I've said for over 2 years now, and everything I've said in the last year and a half on this financial crisis. It's coming, and there's only one way out. Down with the Crown. Thanks. That's my video. Bye now.